There's something timeless about the meals that once graced the White House table. Each dish tells a story, not just of taste, but of tradition, family, and the times in which a president lived. Some of these foods feel familiar, like something you'd find at Sunday dinner, while others seem like they belong to another era altogether. Today, we're looking back at 10 presidents and their favorite foods they enjoyed during their time in office. From hearty stews to simple slices of pie, these dishes remind us that even the most powerful men in the country had humble cravings. 1. George Washington, hoecakes with honey. Washington's favorite meal wasn't lavish at all. He loved hoecakes, simple cornmeal pancakes often drizzled with honey. They were cooked on flat iron pans, the same way farmers and soldiers made them. For a man remembered as a general and statesman, it's touching to think his heart belonged to a warm, rustic breakfast food. It shows how early American kitchens relied on modest, hearty ingredients that filled the stomach and warmed the spirit. 2. Thomas Jefferson, macaroni and cheese. Jefferson is often credited with introducing macaroni and cheese to America. After traveling in Europe, he brought back pasta machines and recipes, serving the dish at the White House dinners. At the time, macaroni was considered exotic, a taste of old-world refinement. For Jefferson, it was more than food. It was a symbol of blending American tradition with European influence. Today, it feels like comfort food, but back then, it was something new and exciting. 3. Abraham Lincoln, chicken fricassee. Lincoln's favorite meal was a humble chicken fricassee, a stew of chicken simmered with herbs and gravy. It was a dish he grew up with in the simple homes of the Midwest. Even as president during the nation's most divided years, he still preferred foods that reminded him of family gatherings. His choice shows how even in the grand halls of power, the heart often longs for the taste of home. 4. Ulysses S. Grant, rice pudding. Grant, the Civil War hero, had a soft spot for rice pudding. Sweet, creamy, and filling, it was a popular dessert in the 19th century. He wasn't known for a strong appetite, but this dish seemed to bring him comfort. Rice pudding was inexpensive and easy to make, often flavored with cinnamon or raisins. For a man of discipline and grit, it offered a rare touch of sweetness in life. 5. William Howard Taft, steak and potatoes. President Taft, the largest man to ever hold the office, loved steak and potatoes. It was a classic meal of the American table, hearty and filling. At the dawn of the 20th century, steak symbolized prosperity and strength, perfect for an era when America was stepping onto the world stage. Taft's appetite was famous, and this dish reflected both his personal taste and the hearty optimism of his presidency. 6. Franklin D. Roosevelt, grilled cheese sandwich. During the Great Depression and World War II, Roosevelt often asked for a grilled cheese sandwich. Simple, inexpensive, and satisfying, it reflected the struggles of the time. Many families turned to comfort foods like this when money was tight. For FDR, it was a reminder that even the president should never lose touch with the common table. It's a food that still warms the heart today, just as it did back then. 7. John F. Kennedy, New England clam chowder. JFK's New England roots shone through in his favorite food, clam chowder. Creamy, hearty, and tied to the sea, it was the taste of Massachusetts. For JFK, it wasn't just about flavor. It was about identity, a reminder of where he came from. The chowder carried with it the salt air of Cape Cod and the family gatherings he cherished. In the White House, it was a way of keeping a piece of home close. 8. Lyndon B. Johnson, Texas barbecue. Johnson's heart was always in Texas, and nothing showed that more than his love for barbecue. He often hosted outdoor feasts with smoked beef, ribs and sausage. These meals weren't just about eating. They were about hospitality, about gathering people together in true Texas fashion. At a time when America was changing rapidly, Johnson's barbecue dinners brought a bit of warmth and familiarity to Washington. 9. Ronald Reagan. Jelly beans. Few foods are as closely tied to a president as jelly beans were to Reagan. He began eating them as a way to quit smoking and soon made them his signature treat. Bowls of jelly beans sat in the Oval Office, colorful and cheerful. They became a symbol of Reagan's sunny, optimistic style of leadership. It's a reminder that sometimes even the simplest of candies can become part of history. 10. Barack Obama. Chili. For President Obama, comfort came in the form of a bowl of homemade chili. He often spoke about cooking it himself, a tradition going back to his early days. Chili has always been a dish of community, shared at football games, neighborhood gatherings, and family dinners. For Obama, it represented warmth, togetherness, and the distinctly American kind of comfort food. From hoecakes to chili, these foods remind us that behind every president was a person with simple tastes and cherished memories. Each dish tells a story about the times they lived in and about the comfort found in a favorite meal. Which of these presidential favorites would you like to try? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look back in time, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us again for more journeys into America's past.